Hello, hi, welcome to Unveiled, a thing where we play D&D online and fuck about, have a good time. We're gonna introduce ourselves and then I'll do a recap because it's been a minute, and then we'll do the thing. Hi, Tony.
Good evening, Andy. How are you doing this evening? The world's been busy lately, and I think if everybody could just take a second and take a deep breath in and let it out, your day would get a whole lot better. Let's play some D&D. Back to you, Andy.
Yeah. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Andy. I'm Chris. Tonight I'll be playing Tilvius, who's a very pretty male centaur. And I just realized that if I mirror my camera, my shirt says "Ta-ta." So I think I'm going to keep it that way.
I love it.
I think that's beautiful. Hi, Chris. Hi, Chris. Hi, Josh.
I'm Chris.
No.
I am Chris. I am the fifth beetle, and nobody remembers me. And I'm definitely not super tired. Definitely not. I'm
No.
completely and totally wide awake. My eyes are open like this. It's completely normal.
Yeah, we here at Unveiled are operating at peak efficiency today. It's gonna be
Right at the
great.
top, right here.
I am Dakota Orishiro. I'm DMing this thing. We will be missing Joff tonight, unfortunately. Life suck.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Come back to us, Joff. We love you.
life suck. So, last time we were here, we went down into the Underdark to make reparations for fucking up a town. Because we cast spells and started fires and all types of
Nothing
malarkey.
of the sort.
Malarkey is what I'm going to call it.
Stepped on a criminal.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't blame you too much for that. That like the guards can, but I can't blame you too much. Went down into the Underdark because the guild said so. Not very helpful people. Finding that to be a trend among quests. People are not super helpful. Went through some caves to find out what the hell was going on. Fought some hooked horrors. That was a thing. Went farther into some caves. Found a town in the Underdark in some caves with some people that were not normal. Spent some time trying to figure out what was going on in the town. That did not go super well. Went to go sleep at the inn, ramshackle house. Was assaulted by the entire populace, murdered the entire populace. After which they all turned into red goop, except for one old man who walked towards a massive chasm in the middle of town and then jumped in.
And he went.
And currently, the party is standing around this massive chasm in the middle of the town. And that's what we'll pick up.
Okay. Tilvius turns to Rusati and says, "Rusati, do you have a little empty vial that I could borrow?"
I mean, of course I do.
All right. Real quick.
Hands it to him.
Okay. I gallop back to the inn, and I use my short sword to scoop some of the people goop into the vial and cork it
Oh
up.
my god.
It's got about the consistency of like molasses, so you're really having to like
Ew.
scoop it in.
And I put it in my pack right next to the gelatinous cube goop that I got from the haunted hotel.
It's beautiful.
Oh,
I love
Just,
that.
just a beautiful thing.
And then I gallop back out to the ravine with everybody.
The vials kind of like clink together as you put them in there, and
What do we see at the bottom of the ravine?
so currently you see dark. It is,
Yeah, it's
it
about-
is pitch black.
It was about 250 feet down, we discovered last
Oh,
episode.
I
250.
believe so.
So if we chain our lights down, we can't make it all the way to the bottom because I think it's 130 foot or something.
Yeah, I think I can
Yeah.
spread about 120 feet.
I throw a torch down.
You watch as the fire extends down and down and down and down, and eventually it contacts something, and you see a dull glow down at the bottom.
What's
You
that?
can't make out much from the glow because it's It's really far, but you see a dull glow down at the bottom of the chasm.
50 feet isn't that far.
Looks like some rocks around it.
It's only like 50 paces. It's not that far.
If only I was a few levels higher. Anyways,
Okay, this is a
Eight,
problem, guys, because I am not built for climbing. I have 4 hooves.
I pushed Tilvius down.
Wait, whoa.
yeah, nice try.
Hold up.
I pushed this horseman down.
He pushed the horseman down the hole.
You get behind Tilvius and you are attempting to push. Tilvius weighs a lot more than you, unfortunately.
Yeah, I weigh like 400 pounds.
Whole bunch.
Also, I don't think your strength stat is very impressive.
It's not.
Excellent.
Does anyone have a spell that could help? A spider climb, a feather fall, something?
Yes.
Yes. What?
Spider
Oh, that's
climb.
right. You can spider climb. We saw you do that in the cave
I
with the
have
giant,
spider climbed
the tree
before.
ball rock.
Yeah, I have that. Do you want to spider climb?
Yeah, I can't figure out how to get down there else.
It only works on one person at a time.
Well, we can climb and he cannot.
Who has dark vision?
Not me,
I
but
don't
I can
think-
have my little glowy globes.
Wait a minute. Hold
I
on.
don't- I don't think
That
anybody
might
does.
actually be totally not true.
That
Arcane traits. Yep, dark vision, 60 feet.
Oh, okay. So I think Rosati is the only fucker that can see.
That would
Well,
be
then
me.
we should send Versati. You want to spider climb? You want to be a spider?
You are going to send me to the bottom of the hole
Just
first.
to look. All you gotta do is look and then come back and tell us what you see. This is my voice for today.
That's
I fucking
fine.
love it.
It's fine here. Send the wizard. Send the wizard. Let's go. I'm
All right.
I'm here for this.
I spider climb you.
I'll be back. I look over the edge and I take my foot and I like stick it to the edge of the cliff and I like try to pull it off. Do I get that spidery resistance?
Yeah. As you
good.
kind of do, it's as if your foot is kind of like stuck and it takes a little bit more effort than normal to
So,
pick it up. Almost as if gravity
I-
is applying to your foot right now.
I've heard of this spell before. I don't know it, but I'm like, yeah, this is cool. And I take my staff, and I put light on the end of it,
Mhm.
and then you watch Rasati run over the edge.
You guys watch as the
You
light on
you
the
have an
staff-
hour.
Okay.
The light on the staff is what really catches your eye as it kind of like dips over the edge, and you can see the radiance kind of plowing above the cliff line as Rosati makes his way down. It's a novel experience walking this way.
Yep.
After a little while, your sense gets a little dulled. It feels like you're walking on the ground, right? Your
good.
brain is telling you that you are walking on a wall, but you feel like you're walking on the ground.
For what it's worth, in the sake of brevity, when I near the bottom, what do I see?
Yeah. So as you kind of get to the bottom, you see what you expect to see, right? There's a lot of rocks, kind of like a barren floor. There's some like towering crags that stick up, stalagmites. Yeah, stalagmites that kind of stick up from the ground around. But otherwise, you don't see much until you touch down. The floor looks entirely normal. But as you go to take a foot and step on it, you feel a squish underneath you. Almost as if you're walking on like a sponge.
Gross.
I don't like that. I dip my staff down and look at the ground.
You watch it as it gives almost an inch to your staff as it kind of like embeds itself and then the floor kind of vibrates.
I quickly look around for holes or anything ready to jump me while I'm down here.
Roll a perception check.
Certainly, that'll go well. Here we go.
First roll of the night.
First roll of the night is a 17 on the dice
That's good.
So as
for
you're
an 18.
as you're kind of like looking around, trying to see if there's anything that's about to jump you, you've got your staff at the ready to pop somebody in the face.
Ice knife.
You don't see anything.
Okay.
So she might be
Everything
really
is-
good use of ice.
Right.
True. Everything is in those like black and whites for your dark vision, and as you're looking at the edges towards the north and the south side.
Got a light. Don't you have a light?
Oh,
do.
Yeah, it's light on his staff.
Yeah, for 30 feet, I get
That's
Color.
That's true.
60 and
So,
30, I think.
you see these like grays and blacks of rocks around you, and then as your vision extends out into the darkness, to the north and the south side of the chasm, it almost looks like the shadows and the darkness is like moving and undulating, which is concerning. But this seems to be a running trend in the like dark
Campaign.
that you've seen. Darkness seems to undulate. Yeah.
That's
All right.
not spooky at all. I will return to the surface.
It could be sexy undulating.
You know, it could be. It really could be.
You're coming
That's what-
back up.
Undulation of.
Hey, I imagine that's how Shadow Sorcerer started. You know, like
You know.
just saying.
Sure.
It's just twerking.
So.
They found the darkness sexy because it undulates.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyways, on Unveiled After Dark,
I will explain to you how every version of
how the
Sorcerer's
shadows undulate. Yep. Yep. All right, so I'll begin my way back up.
Yeah, so you make it back up. No problem. You guys watch as the light. You guys kind of peered over the edge as the light got farther and farther, and you see Rosati's figure get smaller and smaller as he descends down. And then he kind of like twitches as he starts poking the ground, and then he turns around and starts walking back up, and he crests over the edge.
So
I assume that you saw the shadows undulate.
yeah,
How did you know?
so weird. You know, okay, the bottom down there, you would expect it to be rock, like a floor.
Yeah.
It's like
Sponge.
yeah.
How does Sirius know all this?
How did he know?
Not as serious, no.
Sirius
I
has
was
DM
trying to
inside
think
him.
of a D&D way to like come up with a water bed, but you know, I don't think that's a thing. So
Hey man,
picture you being
don't
on a
know.
boat in the ocean or on a river or a lake, and it just kind
Risati,
of
did you happen to see the corpse of an old man who jumped in, or like maybe some red goop at the bottom?
no, I did not see any of that.
Oh, all right. What
And the
happened to that
shadows
guy?
looked like they were moving very
What
undulating.
if? What if? It's my voice now. What if?
Sirius
He
has been
turned-
listening to some random accents and is just really wants to
He's
practice.
just leaning.
What if he turned into the floor?
You know, if he turned into the floor, then I don't know what to tell you.
Well, there's a burning torch on the floor, so it doesn't seem to be reacting to that.
No, very true.
Like it's not a living creature. Otherwise, if it were on fire, it would probably be.
I also
reacting to
poked
that.
it with my staff, and it just kind of went.
The
So-
cave's a mimic, and it's just waiting for y'all to go down there.
Oh, good. That's great.
We should. I mean,
All right. I
Is
say,
there
How are we getting
is
down
there a problem? Is there a problem? Do we have a problem?
Sirius, how many times can you do the spider climb thing?
I can do it one. I think one more time.
Oh,
It is
Well-
still on Rosati. Rosati was only gone for maybe like 20,
So-
15, 20 minutes.
Rusati, head back down, Rusati, and as soon as you get
Okay.
to the bottom, if Sirius could cast it on me, and I will join you.
Okay, what are we gonna do with him?
I mean,
Do
you
we
will be
have-
stuck. You will be stuck down there.
You are not wrong.
Rasati would be stuck down there. Tilvius could come back up. I guess you could hang on to Tilvius.
You could ride me, yeah.
I could definitely do that.
Shit. That's a good point. Why don't you just
Yeah.
cast it on Tilvius and then put Sirius on his back? Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's all ride.
We
Let's
gotta get
all
Red down
ride
there, too.
Tilvius.
Oh, that's true. Red is there, kind
Jeez,
of
what's
like
my
peering
carrying
over the
capacity?
edge.
I push Red over the side.
As you do, Red just sticks her fucking walking stick into the wall and slides down with it. There you go. Just
Hell
the
yeah.
whole way.
Whee!
That
I'm
does
going
seem
back.
very.
I'm
it
going
does
back
seem like
in.
a
I'll
thing
see
a
you
monk
guys
would
at the
do.
bottom.
I cast Spider Climb on Tilvius, and I will ride Tilvius. Well, I will cling to Tilvius down.
I shall
are-
cling to you.
No more second level self spell slots.
I can
That's
carry
it.
an additional 160 pounds before, or sorry, 260 pounds before I'm encumbered.
I don't think Sirius is carrying much, right?
I weigh 22 pounds.
Damn. What are you fucking
6
made
foot
of?
tall,
air?
22 pounds. All right.
You can't prove it. That it's a lie.
You measure in
all lies.
stones here. How many stones are you?
Why did it? Okay, I'm angry that the English use stones still. I'm angry that they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because they moved over to the metric system, and then they still do that.
One
What's wrong
stone
with
is
them?
14 pounds.
I'm gonna be gone for a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because monks don't have the run on wall thing, right?
So when I get back to the
They
bottom,
have slow
does
fall
anything
where
change?
they take less damage from falling.
Okay. Sorry,
Anything
what's that?
change when I get to the bottom?
No, it's much the same. As you kind of get down there and you give it another poke, you watch as the ground kind of moves with the staff. Eventually,
Excellent.
Tilvius and Cirrus join you at the bottom.
How does Red get down?
She slid down.
She actually did that. Okay.
Kind of, I'm gonna say like kind of using the handholds on the wall, taking like half, like the extra time to get down slowly. She's a rather athletic individual, so she doesn't have too many issues. climbing
Small,
her way
right?
down. Yeah.
She's small, right? She
Yeah.
totally could have hopped on my shoulders, and I could have just like.
Well, she's
did
not
that whole
small
thing.
size. She's just not.
Yeah, she's.
But I'm like 8 foot tall.
I still don't think that makes you a large designated.
No, you're not a large creature. You're still only a medium.
Come on, I'm trying my best here.
What's your strength score?
15.
Oh wow, that's really strong.
What was that?
That's stronger than I am.
There's nothing stopping her from climbing down, so she does so.
Yeah. All right.
Fair enough.
Did we win?
We're down at the
did.
bottom. We won.
You are at the bottom of pit.
But did
20,
we win already?
20 minutes, baby. Let's go.
Let's
It's
look
weird.
around, shall we? Quickly.
It doesn't take.
What?
We have 20 minutes left. Oh, for Rosati?
We.
It took 20 minutes to
took
get down
20
to the
minutes to get to the bottom of the pit.
Oh hell.
Why?
Okay, I
Because
bring
that's
out my globes
250 feet.
That's how
It
long
would
we've been-
take me.
No,
it would
real
take
life.
me-
Real life, Josh.
in real time. Now. I bring out my globes and I string them out 120 feet.
I mean, we can always see your globes.
60 feet in each direction. I'll just lower my camera and continue to lower.
Or
Yes,
those are
lower.
haunches, I think.
Lower.
My hunches!
As the string of lights kind of spread out, you can see more of this this chasm.
Does
Sure.
does Tilvius wear pants?
Does Tilvius wear pants? That's a good question. If so, do you
Wouldn't
cover
you
4
like
legs or
to
do you
know?
just cover 2 legs?
Yeah.
He wears, it's kind of like a diaper.
Oh man.
Just cloth that wraps around the butt. No, not canon.
Yes, it is.
This guy,
I wish
this
I could
guy's
draw.
So,
I wish I could draw too.
this,
Fuck.
Oh, we're all a little loopy tonight.
Oh
went
my
so
god. that'd be
downhill.
So good.
Fucking hell.
So good.
All right. So as you kind of spread the lights off, and you're looking around, the walls appear kind of like the same color that the ground did and the cave did up above. That like gray and black color. The floor is a lighter shade of this like brown. And the more you all look at it as the lights kind of spread across
My
and really
favorite song. A lighter shade of brown.
yeah, really like exacerbate the color difference. You start to see like hints and shades of red tied into the floor here.
Does this look like a tongue?
I mean, tongues aren't brown, so no.
Nope.
Yeah, well, we're kind of not in a normal place there.
I Eldritch Blast the floor.
Okay. As you
Oh.
Eldritch blast the floor, you watch as small pieces of rock get up and fly away and spread out from the blast zone. There's a small divot.
I did it. We're done here.
I walk over and I kick my hoof into the divot.
So as you kind of take your hoof and you dig into the divot a little bit, you feel like solid dirt and stone here. It doesn't have that same like spongy feel.
So it's like only spongy on the top.
Looks like a layer.
As
As you kind of like peer down to get a better look at it, you can almost see that like thin reddish layer on top that looks like it's trying to be the same color as the floor.
Like
Or
I
as the
just
rocks
keep
and dirt.
Eldritch blasting. Just
Serious.
different.
Calm down.
There are a fuckload of divots as you're looking at the wall. On the
Rosati,
opposite
you
side,
can
that
do
gets
something
you.
too, can't you?
Oh, I can? No, I cannot.
You don't have a cantrip?
No, I have light
Yeah,
and
we've-
message. That's what
we've
I
been
have. We
over
are
this.
level 3.
You don't have an attack cantrip?
No,
I don't.
Okay.
my name is Rusati, and I throw ice knives. Okay, that's what I do.
We don't. Okay, Shira, we don't have metagamers here. The damn wizard doesn't have an attack cantrip.
Yeah, it's
So be
going
nice
well.
to us.
I'm listen.
Yes,
Listen.
that is
There's
correct.
definitely not anything down here that could theoretically kill 4 people with a Twilight cleric in the party. So I definitely wouldn't worry. Yeah.
I think we should I think we should explore the expanse of this chasm.
Which way do you want to
love
go?
exploring chasms, so we should explore.
It's
Left or
not a
right?
euphemism, I know.
I know.
Left.
Left it is.
Okay.
We're going left.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, it gets kind of uneven as you're kind of heading out because there's still just so many divots. Cirrus was kind of like blasting off just constantly in every direction, so there are divots all over the place, and now it feels uneven. You go from like the spongy feel on your feet to the little divot in the ground. But eventually, as you're heading to the other side, you come to the end of the chasm. You pass underneath the bridge that is in the middle of the town.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And as you're looking up, it looks very like shoddily made. You're shocked it hasn't given out. You don't know how long it's been there, but you're shocked it's still there.
We went over that thing a couple of times.
I don't think this town has a civil engineer.
They definitely did. You did.
They
see
definitely
it.
did.
We murdered
That's
them.
right. There was that guy doing the work.
You did.
But he
see
was
it.
he was a certified civil engineer
He may have been.
at one point. Or-
At some point, in some way, he may have been. But eventually, you guys make it to the other end. It takes you quite a while. This chasm is like longer than you originally thought it was going to be. It almost extends past the town limits. But eventually, you come to a wall. You can make perception or investigation checks or whatever you'd like.
I shoot the wall.
You watch as
This is the energy you're going to get from me
the
tonight.
wall-
I'm sorry.
the
It's
wall
just-
shakes
it's-
and stones fall off of the point that you shot.
I rolled a 15 for perception.
I
What am
rolled a
seeing?
10. A 10.
Oh, I rolled a 12 persuasion.
Okay. As you are shooting your Eldritch Blast at the wall, you don't get the feeling that it's going to do what you want. It doesn't seem to be disappearing. So you've got that going for you. Ruzati,
That's a really nice keyboard.
right?
Yeah, that's really.
I mean,
totally,
the clicks are really satisfying.
this keyboard is super old. So anyway, sorry.
So
It's like 2014.
Rosati, as you're kind of looking at the wall, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary, but you do walk over and kind of like put a hand on it, and you feel that same like fleshy membrane
Oh
that
shit!
is on the floor. Tilvius, as you're looking at this wall, there are rather large cracks in it, and as you kind of get up closer, they're almost hidden in the wall, and the closer you get, the bigger the cracks get. You think maybe a normal medium-sized creature may be able to slide through some of these cracks. They kind of remind you of the tree back in Walden.
Oh yeah, you kept on sliding through cracks there.
DM, I sent a message in our chat just for you to review when you get a
Yeah.
second.
I saw it. You're good.
Okay, all right, cool.
I think you should share that with everyone since we were.
Should I call myself out?
I mean, we were
chat.
out of game talking about your meta construction here, and you now have a cantrip.
I now have a cantrip that I apparently forgot to put in there. So in Rosati fashion, I have taken Ray of Frost. As my
Nice. That's
That's
good.
a-
That's
That's a
good.
good one.
We're gonna stay in theme.
Yeah, I dig it. I'm on
So
board.
here we
You
are.
can you will never be without your attack cantrip, which is good.
There we go.
Tilvius, as you turn around after inspecting the wall, you see Rosati kind of touching the wall. And past that, you see Cirrus kind of stroking his chin at the divots that he caused.
Get the wall. Get the floor.
Red is standing off to the side, tilting her head.
Trying to perceive in different ways. I bring my globes over and I send them into the crack
Oh
that I
god.
was investigating.
That's neat. I like that. I'm here for that. Send your light to the crack.
But
Yeah,
I'll,
so-
I'll call them my dancing lights instead of my globes from now on. Since Josh
I
can't
don't
stop
know.
giggling at that.
I think I like it. I think I like it.
We could go with light balls. They're also
We
just,
could. Balls of
I
light.
don't know. I mean, I definitely got the image of Kilvius going backwards into the crack.
Damn it!
Oh, God.
Holy fuck!
That was good.
Yeah, so
that was real good.
as you kind of take the lights and shove them through, through some of the cracks, you find like the end. Your magic almost dissipates as you slam it into a wall, and you're using this to check and see which of these little crevices extend farther. And one of them, the orb never stops; it just continues.
That one.
Guys, I think this one actually might go somewhere.
All right.
We shall investigate.
I'm out of second level spell slots, but okay,
I only have one. So, yeah.
that's all right. We can press to digitate them to death.
We certainly can make them very pretty.
I almost regret how I made this.
I already
Is this-
regret how you made this.
Is
This is
this
like
the
murder house,
secret
death house.
attack? The secret one that we weren't supposed to find. It's
No.
super hard.
No, thankfully, not. That is like something that you could stumble upon. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Red's here. I'm not afraid. Red's really good.
Yeah, Red's chilling. Red looks perfectly fit.
Who's going first? I think it.
I mean, clearly I have been going first all night.
Yeah, we should not
Just-
be doing that.
Well, it shouldn't be me. I'm a warlock, and Tilius is a center.
I'll go first if
Center.
unless Red
Does
wants.
Sylvia's fit in the crack?
Red can.
I'm a
Red's-
medium creature.
I mean,
actually
who has
shorter
the
than
highest
Rosati.
AC? Who has the highest AC? I have 12.
Oh, red.
Yeah, Red has the highest AC.
Probably Red.
Yeah, we're gonna send Red.
We're
And
sending
Red
red
doesn't.
first.
Red doesn't need light.
Yeah,
So
Red
yeah,
we're
doesn't.
sending. We're
Red
sending
doesn't have a problem with that. Red will go through the crack first. a little bit of time will go by.
And
And
I'll ask the spellcasters, do you want to go in the middle and I bring up the rear in case something comes up behind us, or do you want to take up
I
the rear?
would love that.
Okay, you two go in the middle. I will take up the rear
DM, quick
with my
question.
globes.
yeah, what's up?
Can I retcon one quick thing and pass out everybody a little cup of tea and give them their 3 free hit points?
You can stand at the entrance to this crevice with a little
Okay.
teapot and start handing out tea as people enter
I would
the
love
crevice.
this. You're going to love this and you're going to need it. I'm sure there's nothing terrible in here. This will just help a little bit.
So do we get 3 temporary hit points?
You get 3 temporary hit points
Sweet.
for my tea.
Come on, Kevin.
Kevin is kind of like looking around, and since you've been in this like underground area, the Underdark, he's been a lot less talkative and a lot less excitable. And you see as you are heading into a crevice, he kind of like shakes and then darts forward.
Attaboy, Kevin. Fear not
I just,
the darkness. Fear
quietly
the little
look at
death.
Cirrus. I quietly look at Cirrus and be like, look, I will see if I can make him something to calm his nerves on our next trip. Just remind me, and I will work on it.
He's fine.
Sure, because I
He
can
doesn't-
totally do that for him.
He doesn't need drugs.
I mean, it's not drugs, it's tea.
Hugs, not drugs.
Imagine
I mean-
saying he doesn't need drugs to a fae.
Fine. Always a downer. Let's go.
I mean, you do what you want. You and Kevin's relationship is you and Kevin's relationship.
You should not have told me that. Okay.
Are you trying to fuck Kevin?
No,
He's a little small.
no. No, that's not at all what I said. What I said was I was going to make him something to help his nerves when he gets nervous.
Okay, well that's what I heard, and then never mind.
No, yeah. Shall we? Shall we?
Yeah.
Let's.
So you guys head through this this crevice. You very much are like sliding up against, and you feel like it's scraping on your back and on like your shoulders as you head through this crevice. The worst part about it is that it's not scratching you, right? It's that same fleshy membrane. So it's more like you're shoving your way through this spongy mess of a wall.
It's like the movie Nope. It's Nope. We're in
It's Nope.
we're in Nope. I don't like it.
As you push your way on with the globe of light above you, you start to notice the coloration change. We're moving away from the browns and blacks of the cave and into this red, fleshy membrane all around you. It is no longer trying to hide what it is. It looks like muscle tendons stretching. It looks like the epidermis just plastered on the wall.
Remember when I was like, what is the problem we're trying to solve?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm thinking maybe, why are we here? What
We
is
were
the
looking for
problem?
missing people, Cirrus.
But we found them and then we murdered them all.
Well, they tried to kill us, and then it turned out they weren't people at all, but red goop disguised as people.
This does share a semblance to the red goop. It is the same coloration.
Oh yeah, I take it out and I hold the vial up next to the wall.
That is
Yeah,
a striking resemblance to the same shade.
It's got the same color. The difference is this isn't goop. This looks like flesh.
What is the
happens
rest
if
of? What does the room look like that we are?
So you haven't exited the crevice yet.
Yeah, we're still in a crack.
You're getting there.
Great.
Are we in a crack or are we in a mouth?
Well, right now it looks like a crack.
Huh? This is great.
Could be an esophagus. Could be butthole.
Could
We
be.
don't know.
It's true.
We-
It's true.
It totally could be.
So, as you guys exit this crevice, before you is a circular tunnel with that same fleshy membrane coating all of the walls. There are like strands of it sticking down that almost look like cobwebs. And at the end is a large circular, looks like a wall, but it has like a bright coloration to it, almost like there's light bleeding through it. It's just a membrane before you.
We should go through that. We should.
Clearly. Red, could you maybe provide us a way?
She's gonna walk forward. And she kind of like tilts her head to the side, and as she does, she'll come back and tell you that she hears many legs through this membrane there.
Great. Let's hope they don't all belong to the same thing.
Well, if it is the same thing, then we've only got one thing to fight instead of things.
Yeah, but with things with lots of legs are the worst, right?
Hey, you're not wrong.
Come on, guys! I'm right here.
I turn and smile at Sylvius.
Things with too many legs. How about more than 4 legs? Things with more than 4 legs.
4 is okay. That's all right. What do we want to do about this?
I mean,
most likely, whatever's behind there is what made people disappear and then somehow impersonated them with its red goopiness.
We have to kill it. Right.
How about on the count of 3, since you are so eager, Eldritch Blast everything. You Eldritch Blast, and I will shoot.
I hear Eldritch Blast, and it's just like.
Okay.
I will walk up next to him like a Power Ranger, and I will get Ray of Frost prepared, and it's like.
Okay. So on the count of 3, Red slices a vertical slit in the membrane.
So it is worth noting as Rosati is standing there next to you. Y'all have never seen Rosati cast anything that doesn't do AoE damage.
Yeah.
So Rosati is just standing there ready to cast. Like,
as long as he casts it on the other side of the membrane.
Yeah, you should feel afraid. It's going to be great.
It'll be fine.
I read a book last night and learned something new.
Oh, cool. All right. I'll knock a arrow. Get ready.
She makes a hole, we fire.
That's the plan.
Okay.
Do the thing.
Who's doing the countdown?
5.
Sylvius.
4.
3, 2, 1. Slice.
You watch as there's a slight hesitation as Red is like stifling a giggle.
Yeah.
As she takes the blade out of the walking stick and slashes through the membrane, it slices through really easily. And as it comes through, and you all are like prepared to fire, the room before you is covered in this same fleshy mass. The floor is a deeper red than everything around it, and you can see these like red scones blazing with normal fire. They're not oddly colored. Scones. No, I'm sticking with the meme. I'm sticking with it. Scones.
Okay.
Yeah. We got to stick with it. Inside of this room, you see what appear to be cages made out of the same fleshy substance. It doesn't appear to be anything in it. But what does catch your eye, there's a long tunnel that exits on the other side of this room, and through it you see a large creature carrying something, like dragging something behind it as it disappears. You see the scuttling of many legs as it disappears into the next corridor.
Wait! An opportunity to shoot it?
You could. It's probably going to turn around if you do.
We want.
Yeah, I think we were all like, going to shoot at whatever we saw.
You don't have a lot of time to converse about it, so there is something just exiting the room. So
yes or no?
You can tell me what you want to do.
I shoot.
I let go.
Roll attack rolls.
Yeah, bitch.
Down the
Here we go.
rolling. 16.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's an 18.
Both of those are gonna hit.
Hell yeah.
I am not attacking. I want to use a perception check to see if I can figure out more details about this creature and what it's dragging.
Sure.
I got a dirty 20.
Oh shit. Okay.
Nice.
So you kind of take a second. You're not as distracted at the rest of the room as everybody else. You're not looking at these like holding cells that are going on here, made out of this like flesh material. Instead, your eyes instantly lock on this creature. You see 8 long legs coming off of a large circular body. And as you're kind of looking behind it, you see lumps of a fleshy mass kind of strung together, attached to this creature as it's dragging lumps of it behind it. Looks a lot like a big ass fucking spider.
Gross.
Well, I just shot my ice across its back.
Also worth noting, it looks exactly like you would expect a spider down here to look. It's like a black in coloration. Probably has beady eyes and some pincers going on up front. The difference is that you see bulbs of flesh sprouting up from it, like tumors extending on its body.
That's gross.
It's not a tumor.
So, what'd you guys get for damage?
6 cold damage.
Okay.
7, whatever Eldritch Blast does.
Force damage.
Force. Okay.
With you.
You both kind of take a second and launch those 2 blasts out. And as they contact with like the back of this thing, you watch as the Eldritch Blast indents inside of it and like tears part of the flesh off. And you watch as it drips down to the floor, that same goop as before. This same like red goop is bleeding out. The Ray of Frost impacts the other side. It leaves like this cold divot where one of the legs are, and you watch as it just barely manages to move that leg and break the ice. But definitely appears like it impacted it. It turns around, and you see these massive 2 pincers in front of it. Definitely a big fucking spider at this point. And
Gross.
it screeches at you. And we'll roll initiative.
Excellent.
I shall dive.
$13.
That's 19.
17.
Holy shit, I go. Oh, maybe first. What?
You got a 19, you said?
18. 1-8. 18 natural with no added.
Okay.
Natural 18, I guess I could have said.
All right. Yeah, Rosati, you are up first.
Cool.
You are in a fleshy, just awful fucking room with a nasty spider that has fucking bulbs on it. And it just yelled at you.
Okay, great. Like, how much room do I have, like, left to right? Like, I don't want to be, like, directly next to or in line with any of my people, so I kind of want to take half my movement and kind of slide to the side.
So right now, there is a large room in front of you, and you are in an adjoining tunnel to that, right?
Okay.
You just came out of a crevice. So there's not a whole lot of, like, room for you to do much because the room is on the other side. And the spider is on the opposite side of that. So the only way for you to back up is into the crevice. And there's not a whole lot
What
of
I
room
mean
on either
is,
side.
so we're tunnel, room, tunnel on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want to move into the room
Okay.
and then slide along the wall to the side just a little bit.
Okay. You can definitely do that.
Cool. And then when I get there, in true, fashion, ice knife.
Roll the attack roll.
Here we go.
As you're kind of like sidling along the wall, it's that same grotesque feeling.
Oh, it's nasty.
Just
I am not feeling well about it at all. That is a 15. Does a 15 hit?
yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. That's actually gonna be. Very good. That is going to be 9. 9 on the initial damage, and a 1. So 9 plus 3.
Okay. You launch your ice knife across the room, and you watch as it impacts it right in the center, the mouth of this creature, and its head explodes as your ice knife impacts. And you watch as this red goop drips down from where its head was, and then it takes a step towards you. Sirius, it's your turn.
I'm gonna.
Fellas.
What?
Issues. Big issues. Let's go.
Having no other solution to the issues problem, I'm going to shoot an Eldritch Blast at it.
Or playing a warlock.
I think that is very fair. Very fair.
That's a 12.
12 does not hit.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get out of the chasm and
Sure.
move.
So you go into the room.
Move into the room, not near Rizzotti.
Okay.
So
So
go
like
to
the
the other
opposite
side.
side, towards
Stay away.
towards these like little fleshy cells that look like they're constructed out of muscle fiber.
Sure.
Cool. So you fire off this Eldritch Blast and you just slightly go wide of the dripping mess in front of you.
Or shit.
Sorry,
Dillius.
That is going to bring us to this creature.
And when does red go?
After this creature, red did not roll terribly well. Okay. As you're sitting there watching, the creature has no eyesight anymore, so it continues on the same trajectory it was on before it lost its head, which is
Right
straight towards Rizzotti.
Perfect.
That is the last thing it was looking at.
Beautiful.
As that happens, you hear that same screeching noise from down the hallway.
Uh-oh.
And it's going to make an attack on Rizzotti.
Excellent.
Yeah.
What you got?
Are
Are there any fire barrels in the room?
No, there are no fire barrels in the room.
There's
That's a
sconces.
very
Yeah, there's scones.
that's
That's
a very
good.
good thing. DM shield.
Okay.
Does not.
Yeah. So as it comes forward and it reaches up one of the legs and you watch as it's comes down towards you, you flash your hand up and the arcane energy appears and deflects the leg off. As this happens, Red leans over and goes to slash through this creature's head and misses.
Because the head's not there anymore.
There is no head.
Red, there's no head. Red, there's no head. Red, no head.
All right, Tilvius.
Dillius, well, I had my short bow ready, and there's 2 people engaged with this thing, so I'm going to give it a shot. I rolled a 9.
Snick, snack, snarl.
Boo.
You have rogue?
This is just an awful thing that is happening.
You're not part rogue, right? Are you?
I'm 1 level bard, 2 levels rogue.
Don't you get advantage?
Oh,
It's
no.
engaged.
No, he would have gotten sneak attack, but he doesn't
Yeah.
get advantage.
That's.
I was going for sneak attack damage, but I just...
Isn't it an
What do you mean?
assassin that gets advantage if it's already engaged with another target,
No.
or it hasn't taken a turn yet?
Correct.
If it hasn't taken a turn yet.
If assassin hits something that hasn't taken a turn, they get advantage.
Got it. Okay.
Which is definitely not a broken thing that has never been used for any type of Nova build.
Not ever.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you just your shot also goes through the missing head. That's what we're gonna go with. Hey Rosati. You can have a turn.
Oh, I can?
There is a melting face of a spider type thing in front of you.
Okay, I'm assuming that I'm within melee, so if I leave, I will take a attack of opportunity, correct?
You can always disengage.
I could. But what does that cost me? My bonus action?
Your
That's
action.
disengage is an action.
You're an action.
Oh,
Unless
yeah,
you're a
fuck
rogue.
that. Fuck that.
Yeah, unless you're me.
Do. Stand by. What does this do? Oh, yeah, okay, that does say. Boo! Terrible. Ray of Frost. Right in its right in the hole.
Okay.
Right in its dick.
Right in its dick hole. If it had a dick, I don't know. Alright, that's going to be where's my dice? There's my dice. Oh shit, that's on the floor. 1 second.
Jesus. You're a mess.
I'm a huge mess. You should see my office. It's terrible. That's horrible. That's like a 4.
Yeah,
Oh man.
No, wrong. That's an 8, but 2 plus 6.
As this thing is kind of bearing down on you and you just flashed your hand up to shield it, you stick your other hand out and the arcane light in front of you dulls your view and you go wide. That's going to bring us to Cirrus.
I missed.
Let's see. Do I have any fancy things? I mean, I have Kevin, which is currently not engaged for whatever reason.
Oh yeah, send Kevin over to distract it.
He can twinkle.
True.
Aggressively.
I will send Kevin over to distract it in order to provide the help action.
Sure.
Yes.
How are you having Kevin distract this thing that doesn't have a head?
That's a really good point.
He's poking it in the
slap it
in the butt. He's poking it in the butthole.
Okay. All right. Yeah, go. I'm on board with it. You watch as it's taking all of its legs and kind of trying to slam into the wall where Rosati is, and Rosati just has this arcane energy up protecting him from all the legs. And then Kevin just kind of flies over behind him and starts tugging on little hairs. And he watches it almost shrieks backwards towards Kevin. Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, so I get advantage on my Eldritch Blast?
Yeah.
That's a 24 on the first die. Let's see if I get a natural 20 on the other one. Nope, that was a 1. So I'll take the 24.
Yeah, roll damage. That's definitely going to hit.
That's 10 points of force damage.
Already. You take this beam, and as you fire it through, the entire thing collapses. You are on the opposite side of the room from Rosati, the opposite side of the room from the spider. So as you fire through, the blast hits the spider and explodes this red goop all over Rosati's face. Just all over the wall. Fortunately,
that's getting covered with goop.
I deserve that.
Fortunately,
I deserve that.
Only your lower half gets covered in this goop, as you had just casted shield. So this wall of arcane energy is covered in goop, and as it drops, your upper torso and face are spared.
Yay, team! We defeated the evil mon.
So as you as Sirius is cheering over this blast, you hear the scurrying from that opposite wall as 2 more of them appear.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, how many more of those are there?
Hopefully only 2.
Oh, that's good.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Are we still in initiative order?
Yeah, we're gonna go with the same one. They're gonna share its initiative, which means
It's their turn.
they're going to run into the room. Tilpheus is still in the original tunnel, right?
Yeah, I haven't come out into this room yet.
Okay. So one of them is going to run towards Cirrus, and the other is going to run towards Rosati. They're both going to make. All right, Cirrus is flicking me off. So the one that's
He gets to go
towards
first.
the one that's towards Cirrus is going to kind of like raise up on its legs and stick out and shoot a web at you.
No!
Yeah.
Ew.
So I'm gonna make an attack roll. Does a 15 hit you?
No.
does a
Yeah, what's
15
your-
does a 15 hit you? What's your AC?
It's 12.
Jesus,
So
party.
you are currently restrained as the web hits you and restricts your body.
That is no bueno.
Yeah. So the other one is just going to make an attack at Rosati. Rather than the legs that were coming at you before, this one comes barreling towards you with those large pincers.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah. So you have a fleshy mongoloid of a creature just coming at you. That's going to be a 20 to hit. 30 to
Oh, that hits.
Yeah, make me a con save.
Oh, good. That's good. That's great at those. Oh, fuck. Real great at that. That's a 3.
So you're going to take 4 points of piercing damage as
Oh,
the
damn.
pincers jam into your shoulder. Oh, fuck. As they do, you feel something exiting the pincers and entering through your shoulder as you take 10 points of poison damage.
Oh, shit. That's not good. Okay. Okay.
That will bring us to Red. Red is right next to you. Red just saw this happen. So Red's going to make an attack against
Felt it happen.
Yeah.
You hear Rosati scream in pain.
That is going to be a 23 to hit for Red.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That'll definitely do it. And Red is going to do 10 points of damage as she slashes through it, severing the right pincer that was engaged into your neck. So that is no longer attached to the creature, but it is attached to your shoulder.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Neat.
That is going to bring us to Tilvius.
I'm going to shoot the one that Red just hit.
Sure.
A natural 20.
Oh, daddy. Let's go.
With sneak attack, right? Because
Yes, so that's
Yeah.
12 plus 6 plus 3.
Yeah.
21.
You definitely just fire off this arrow, and you kind of weave it between Red and Rosati in this thing, and it impacts straight through the eye. And as it does, you watch as the entire visage shudders and then falls to the ground, slowly melting away.
The whole spider melts?
Yeah. Begins to just melt away. Yeah, the entire thing. No longer bound up. That's going to bring us to Rosati.
I would like to first turn and pull the thing out of my shoulder or neck,
Yeah, it's melting.
and then immediately vomit on the floor.
Joins
an action.
The massive red goop.
I feel like shit. Oh, there's another one. Great. That's great. Is it close to anybody?
Yeah,
It's right
in
next
front
to
of
Sirius.
Ray of Frost.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Kill it.
Trying.
I would say kill it with fire, but
I would, but I don't do that.
Kill it with
So
frost.
16 plus 6 for 24.
Yeah, 24 definitely hits.
Cool.
Shit.
7 gold damage.
7?
7.
Okay. That impacts on the back. This thing has got done shooting webbing at Cirrus and then pointed its rear end at you, and that's where you struck with ice. And there's now
Off the butt.
a popsicle just sticking out of this thing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna take us to Cirrus. You are bound up in some webbing.
How many are there?
Just
at
the
this
one in
point?
front of you that you
Just
can
one
see.
Oh.
left and that we know of.
You could make a perception check if you want to see if you can hear any more coming. But otherwise,
No.
just the one in front of you.
Fuck that. I can still Eldritch Blast the bastard, can I?
Yeah. Yeah, you just have disadvantage on attack rolls.
Well, what if I have Kevin distract it while I do that? Will that cancel it?
Yeah, how are you distracting this thing?
He's just gonna poke it in the eyes.
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
Cool.
An even roll.
Even roll is a natural 1.
Oh,
So that's a 6.
You shoot
super
Kevin.
excellent. Super.
As Kevin flies over and starts poking it in the eyes, it reacts vehemently to this. It starts pincing towards Kevin, kind of moving its head out of the way. And as you angle the blast while you're bound up upwards towards its head,
Yeah.
the blast flies through the webbing, breaking the part around your hand, and misses because it just moved its fucking head.
Okay.
So you can thank Kevin for that one. You could choose to blame Kevin for that miss.
I mean, if I had disadvantage, it would have been a 1. So
Yeah, no,
Gonna blame.
mechanically, definitely not Kevin's fault. But given how that worked out, you could blame Kevin.
I'm not gonna.
We will go.
I actually like Kevin.
So the spider, after biting towards Kevin, it's gonna bite towards you.
And you mean Tillius?
Cirrus, the one that's encased in some fucking webbing. So it gets advantage because you were encased in some webbing, which means it's gonna hit with a 21.
I don't think that hits.
I think it does.
Oh.
You're gonna take 5 points of piercing damage, and make me a Constitution save.
5 points of damage and a Constitution save, which came in at a natural 2. So it's a 5. Does that
Awesome.
save?
No, it doesn't say it. As this thing kind of pierces in, you feel the fangs bite through this webbing that's around you and strike you in the chest.
Yeah. Is it cold damage? Because I have. Are you sure?
It's
Pretty
not.
sure it's piercing and poison.
You're gonna take max, which is 12 poison damage.
12 more damage.
Yeah, that doesn't reduce you to 0, does it?
No,
Okay, cool.
no, I'm good.
That's it then.
I'm not good, but I'm fine.
So we will go to Red. Red's gonna run over and just take a fucking hack at it.
Yes, please.
Red is gonna fucking slice through its leg.
Yay!
A fucking
Hey,
1
Red.
on the die. What a beast.
That's good. So good.
Red does manage to chop off one of the legs as it falls to the ground and begins to melt. That'll bring us to Tilvius.
Is there anything moving left in this room?
Not that you can see. Besides the leg that just fell on the floor and is melting.
I will cast my dancing lights and send them down the hallway on the opposite side of the room.
Okay. So as you do, they come out, and you see a room beyond the tunnel, but you don't see anything within the tunnel itself coming towards you. And as you kind of look back at the room, you see piles of something, but you don't see any creatures.
I'll say that. I don't see any creatures up ahead.
We should go. I don't feel good, but we should go.
I don't feel so good.
You guys want to take up the rear this time?
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Mhm.
So Red and I will take point and head on into the next room.
Sure. You guys kind of make your way out into this next room. Not feeling so great. Surrounded by fleshy red walls that you've never seen in your life. And as you get through this tunnel into this next room, you are surrounded by books. Just stacks and stacks and stacks of books. This room appears to be empty, besides books strewn everywhere. Some open and some look like they were closed, some tossed away. Just everywhere. On the northeastern, from your perspective, side of the room, you see another tunnel that exits out. From where you are, you can't see where it goes, but you're in a room surrounded by books.
I would like to make a check, and you can tell me what it would be, but I want to understand, given the spiders and the goop and the sort of mystical nature of all this, and also the books. The books seems like a very thing. I don't need to necessarily start reading the books. I mean, maybe if you want me to, but like, I want to try to understand the whole situation.
Yeah,
And what maybe, like, is this a lich? Is this a holder?
We're only level 3.
Like, what would be doing this?
You can roll insight or intelligence.
Investigation.
I'll do insight.
I think investigation would require him like reading some of the books.
That's true.
That's okay. It's only an 11.
For insight?
Yes.
I would like to read some books while he's doing this.
Yeah, you can roll investigation. From what you've gathered, as you've kind of like been working around, Cirrus in this moment of clarity is like, you know what? Whatever the fuck was controlling those people, probably controlling the goddamn spiders, probably made all this shit because it's the same fucking color. Don't know what the fuck it is, but it ain't good.
Right.
This is some bullshit. This is some bullshit.
There's some bullshit.
Yep.
I don't know what it is, but there's some bullshit.
That's a very serious thing, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, what'd you get?
22.
So as you get down to start reading some of these books, most of them talk about the city of Loch Nym. So there's a lot of history books. There's a lot of like the founding of Loch Nym. There's some random ones strewn in here. Most of them that appear to be like thrown on the back wall. You catch the title. One of them is like Tusk Glove, right? We're gonna use that. You're
Sure you did.
around.
You sure did.
That's critical.
You critical bitch.
Yeah, it's a
You sure did.
reference. It's a reference.
I know, and we love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the rest of the books in the room appear to deal with Loch Nym. And as you are looking through them, quite a few talk about the barrier that surrounds Loch Nym.
What is the barrier that surrounds Loch Nym?
It's that magical thingy that like
there's a-
evaporates shit.
So Loch Nym is in a big old cavern, right? Everything is
Oh,
kind
it
of
was
built
that
on
place.
pillars.
Yeah. Oh, it was the
The
poop
thing.
evaporator.
Yeah.
The poop evaporator. Yes.
Wait, wake up, Josh. Wake up.
Quiet. I remember.
I know.
I just don't remember the names of I thought Loch Nym was the port town we hadn't been to yet.
That's Sarah's.
Okay. So.
Yeah, all these books seem to be about the barrier and lock them. You know, the poop evaporator that you so much liked?
We thinking something's trying to figure out how to break through?
Some
Possibly.
deep creature.
I think so. Wasn't that meant to keep something down below? Wasn't that what
Yeah,
they
it was
said?
meant to stop things from getting up into the town, from what I
To
understood.
keep everything down below.
Okay.
I don't like the idea of a creature down here that can read.
Good point. Good point. Yeah,
We keep going? What's the plan?
I guess we keep going. Is there any way we could maybe like, oh, I don't know, take a little breather here for about 30 minutes or so?
Take a short rest for an hour
Oh,
in the middle of all this goop?
well served. Saying. Just saying. I mean, we can keep going. I got a thing. I don't know if Sirius has
I
have a thing.
mean, I'd be happy to take a small rest, but that is entirely up to the whims of Shiro.
No, you
Red,
could
what do you
definitely at any point. Red is fine with taking a rest. Red doesn't feel very tired, but Red is fine with taking a rest. And I will say, at any point, you can try to take a short rest. Depending on where you are and the situation you are in, I will interrupt you.
The key word was try.
Yep.
I think we should try.
All right.
We try.
Okay, so you guys are just sitting down on the floor here. Just
I'm reading the
gonna-
books.
Okay.
See if I can find any special books.
So as about like 10 minutes into you taking some time to read some books and whatnot, you guys see a shadow appear on the corridor that you haven't been down yet. This like tunnel that stretches out. A humanoid figure walks out. It's that same old man from the town before.
Oh, yeah.
And as he looks out and as he sees all of you, he turns around and starts running.
Breaks over. Breaks over.
Did we get a rest or not?
No, that
No.
was only 10 minutes.
Okay.
Let's go after him.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna do a thing real quick. I just got to read something real quick.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I throw Ray of Frost if capable.
Yeah, he's still within range. Go for it.
That's gonna hit. Well, I think it's gonna hit. That's 16 plus 6 for 24.
Yeah.
So
Also
that would be
reduces
22.
his speed by 10 till my
I
next turn.
don't think it's going to matter. Roll damage.
Cool.
You're going to kill him.
2.
Yeah, that's good enough, man.
Fuck.
As you kind of reach out and you throw this
People.
this ray of frost, you're like getting up, getting ready to run after him, and you toss this out, and as it does, and everybody's getting ready to run after him, it impacts him, and it encases his like core in ice as it sticks through, and you watch the ice kind of sprout like a flower from the other end, as he falls to the floor and begins to melt into that same goop. Worth noting, y'all have not heard the snapping sound since you've been down here.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not running anymore, so that's good.
I guess he's not telling us any information.
Okay. Just gonna knock him over, fellas. Like, and wow.
You don't know your own strength, Rasati.
Gotta work on that.
All right, people.
Shall we?
Let's.
I will say, if you want to hunker back down, you can try for another short rest, or you can move on, whatever you want to do.
I think we should.
All right.
Sure.
I have a feeling more things are just going to keep coming after us.
Yeah. So as you guys kind of sit down to take this short rest, you're looking through books. Everybody else is taking a second. You do get a short rest.
Oh, hey.
Yay!
Yay!
Thank the dice. Yeah.
Arcane recovery. Woo.
God damn it! I don't understand D&D Beyond's short rest button. It just doesn't work.
Just wait
Like
till
for
they take
the.
away all of your homebrew content.
Oh my god, dude.
I'm gonna fucking lose my brain over that.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's a different story for a different time.
Tell me.
I'm just
about
gonna roll them. It's 1d. It's a d8.
it. Oh, for your health.
Yeah, it doesn't apply it automatically,
No,
or
it
I can't get it to work. So
It's garbage. That part I've.
Guys, I'm slowly sinking.
I'm slowly sinking.
Slowly.
Ta-ta, everyone. Ta-ta.
I'm melting.
What are you sinking about?
So we short rest and go into the next thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cavern.
So as you're heading down, you can kind of see in the distance from all the scones, right? The next room that you're coming out into is significantly larger than the other ones you've been at. Everything else was maybe like 30 feet diameter, right? Or 30-foot radius, maybe,
Yeah.
for a room. They were relatively small. This one is a proper large cavern that you come into now. And as you do, you see many little circular indents into the floor that look to be filled with water. And you see some more kind of divots that look like they're carved out of the ground, like something was digging a hole. They look almost like little pools that kind of
What's in the
line this
pool?
room.
Yeah.
Nothing right now. Right now, it looks like water. There's many smaller pools. They look about humanoid sized.
Is there any rocks on the ground?
There are some, yeah, from where it looks like things were digging up holes. There are
Pick a
some.
rock and chuck it in the water just away from me, like.
Yeah. It impacts the water, and you watch those like the ripples.
Nothing happens.
Nope. There are many tunnels that lead out from this. To the south side, there's a tunnel that leads into another room that you haven't been into. You guys came in from the west side. On the east side, there's another tunnel. As you're kind of looking around this room, it looks like a lot of these like smaller pools. But to the north end, you see a larger tunnel that branches out into like another big room at the end.
No books in here, anything like that.
No, you just see a lot of the little things, almost as if something's like making something here.
All right.
Anybody else
Go ahead.
feel like this is a breeding ground?
Might be, but let's try to be quiet, okay? Stealth. And let's head
Stealth?
north. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's stealth to the north.
Natural 20!
Yeah, you're very quiet.
Oh yeah, Red's really stealthy too. She got like a 23.
The rogue got a 16. A 2.
2? You got a fucking 2?
2 plus 0 for a 2.
You fall in the water and drown.
Not far off the truth. As you are all kind of walking through the room, taking care not to step on any of the loose debris that's through here, a thought kind of like runs through your head. These are rather
An intrusive thought, and you jump into the water.
these are
Right.
well, these are rather like large kind of holes. They're pretty like humanoid bath-sized holes in the ground. What the fuck is digging these? Right? This is like straight up stone that is being dug through here. As this is coming through your heads, Ruzati is not paying attention and steps foot first into one of the pools. It kind of like drenches down to your knee before you like pull your leg back up, and your foot is wet. But otherwise, Nothing seems to care. You guys make it.
Seems to care.
Mm-hmm.
Seems
Mhm.
to care.
Seems to care.
You
Full of a
guys
talk.
make it towards this like north room, and as you do, you hear scraping noises inside this large room. Where you saw small pools before, you see a massive gaping hole in the floor, and from inside, you hear scraping noises as if something is like digging against stone.
It's what we do for fun.
What's the light like in this room?
Don't
You
like
got some
it.
scones. You got some scones.
Got some scones.
Got some scones.
If I stealth
Blueberry.
up to the edge and peer over, would I be able to see down, or is it too dark?
Yeah, I'd say you can see down.
Okay, I will try to stealth up to the edge. Where's my stealth?
Is it full of water? I was picturing water. No. Okay.
No.
It's just
It's not full of water. You hear something actively digging at it.
19 for stealth and 18 for perception.
Yeah. So. Okay. As you kind of head over to the edge and you peer down, you see what looks like a massive pool is being dug here. And at the bottom is this large, grotesque, beetle-like creature with a carapace and a large, like, mandible jaw.
okay.
It's got these little antennas heading up from it. It looks almost like an ogre in beetle form. And as you kind of come up and you peer over the edge, your foot catches just a small piece of rubble, and you kick it over the edge.
Man, even with a 19.
I rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
As it clangs on the wall down, and this creature turns 4 beady eyes up towards you and begins to scramble up. Worth noting, as you're kind of looking at it, you see those same fleshy tumors on this as well. Let's roll initiative for this.
It's not a doom. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad. I got a 6.
I got a bowl of ice cream delivered.
Yes.
Oh.
Ice cream.
Can Carrie bring me a bowl of ice cream?
Well, it was actually Avery.
Really?
Let me roll initiative. 18 for initiative for me.
Ooh. What did Rosati get?
I too received an 18.
Wow.
Holy
My
shit.
We will never be able to solve
is
this
A plus
conundrum.
0.
I was gonna say I think Tilvius has more.
Yeah, I have a +3 to mine.
You win. You win.
All right, Tilvius will be first with his ice cream over there.
How far away is it?
It is scrambling up towards you. I'm gonna say it's like maybe 20 feet away.
Okay, I will take a shot at with my short bow. I rolled a 2 for a total of 7.
Could we combinations
For-
if the DM would allow it?
What's that?
Said could we combination something if the DM would allow it?
So the ruling on that is you can actively choose to take your turn later in turn order to do something on the same turn as somebody, unless you're right next to each other in any way, which you are. So yes, you can.
Okay. I'll throw out my idea, and then you tell me if Tilvius would be down for that in this moment. So my idea is to, instead of attack the creature with a ray of frost, I'm going to shoot at the ground underneath it, and then use the momentum and impact of your arrow to drive it back into the hole, giving us a little bit more time to attack it. That's my idea.
I like that idea. What do you think, DM?
Yeah, I dig it.
Cool. What would you like me to roll? Just an attack to see if it does what I want to do? Let us see what we get. Okay, that is going to be not terrible, not great, terrible. That's a 16.
Yeah, so you can definitely manage to put the ice underneath of it, like where it's
All right.
heading.
Cool.
Now I get to shoot again.
Yeah.
I roll this time a 9. Woo!
They're just not
Damn.
Rolling
Uh,
terribly.
as you kind of put this ice down before it, it is heading straight towards the ice. The arrow that you shoot strikes true, like you hit the creature right on its carapace, and it does nothing. Arrow, like the arrowhead shatters on this carapace.
Not good. Not good. Not good.
Okay, I am going to back away from the hole at the edge of the hole about 30 feet.
Yeah,
Yep.
as far as you can get from the hole.
Well,
Going
that
the
would be
opposite
40, that would be 40 feet
direction.
then. I forgot I have a speed of 40.
Yeah,
So I
you're
get
a horse.
40 feet back.
Goddamn horse. All right.
I'll go 30 feet the opposite. Like, if it's coming up between us, I want to be on the other side.
Okay. Red is going to prepare, kind of like hiding there, prepare to hit. So that'll be a thing. As this creature comes barreling over the edge, you hear. God damn it! You hear this noise as if
Whoa.
something fell. Yeah, that noise. Good timing. You hear this noise as if something has like fallen in this thud against stone, and then you hear digging.
Did it slip on the ice?
It did.
Oh.
And then it started digging through the rock.
Ooh. Ooh.
So
It's like AN and WoW. Last boss. Don't like.
that's gonna bring us to Sirius's turn.
God.
Okay. So the idea here I want to do is cast Fairy Fire.
Well,
But I
currently
want
you
to
can't
do
see
it.
it.
I can't see it. Why not?
It's down in the pit.
As you kind of peer over the edge, because you were on the edge, it's not there. You see a hole in the side of the like bowl that it was digging. There is a hole there.
There's a pit. It was down in the pit, and now it's dug a hole out one side.
Don't like.
Okay. I will say this then. When it comes back up, everyone get ready to attack it. And I will cast Fairy Fire over the pit. Because I think I used Fairy Fire incorrectly last time and assumed that it followed the creature, it was on a creature, but it's actually an area.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cast it in the area above the pit. So when it comes out up and engages with somebody, is there somebody near the edge of the pit?
Red.
Red is over there. Red was
Red.
getting ready to hit the thing as it came up, but it didn't come up where she thought it
Right.
would.
I'm going to be like, Red, hold its attention. And I'll cast it in front of Red. So that when it comes up and engages with Red, it'll be within the Fairy Fire.
Sure.
That's what I'm doing.
Cool. Hi, Tilvius.
Hi.
How's it going?
I'm going to... Well, it's my turn already. That's what we get when there's only 5 of us.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
You know what?
I'm gonna. Sorry to interrupt.
Right.
Also, Kevin is going to be within, like, next to Red.
Okay.
I am going to put my hand on the ground and see if I can feel. I have to lean way over to do that, and see if I can feel anything that this creature is doing. Like if it's coming my direction, if it's going away.
Yeah.
Perception check. Only 14.
So, with 14, you can definitely feel the vibrations in the ground as something is like cleaving through stone, right? As for like where it's heading, it feels closer to like the lip of this bowl that it's dug out, but you can't tell which direction it's heading right this second.
All right. I don't know where it's going. It's in the ground. That's my turn.
Hi, Rosati.
Oh, hello. Can anybody in the group start a fire?
I have a tinderbox.
I mean, most people. Yeah, it's every kit really has it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it takes an action to do it.
I know. We don't really know how long it's going to stay underground, though. Maybe we have another turn, but I doubt it. Okay. I am going to. Oh, can I hold on one second? Sorry, I need to read real quick.
If anybody has a guess for what this is, by the way, it is tuned down in case.
It's fine. You don't have to tell us.
Is it an aboleth or what is it?
No. Aboleth.
I don't know. Look, I can't remember the name.
It's not an Umber Hulk, or we'd have to roll for fear stuff.
Yeah, maybe it is, and he just took that out.
And that wouldn't explain all the goop.
That wouldn't explain all the goop. And it would be crazy if there was an Umber Hulk down here and it wasn't the last boss.
Yeah, you know. I'm just going to prepare another Ray of Frost for when it reappears.
Sure, you can hold your action.
That's it.
So that's going to take us to Red. Red, kind of tilting her head down towards the floor, is going to take her sword and drag it along the floor towards the edge of the fairy fire. And she's just going to hold it there at the ready. And that is going to take us to its turn. You all feel the ground shake as it digs its way, towards where Red was. And you watch as it breaches the ground and its like mandibles collapse the stone above it as it appears right next to Red. So it's going to walk into the fairy fire. It's going to trigger Red and Rosati doing the things.
Does that give advantage, or does it just mark it? Oh.
Gives advantage.
Fuck yeah. Thank you, Cirrus. That is going to be a natural 20.
Yay!
15 cold damage from this guy.
15.
15.
Natural
Max dice
20, baby.
plus a roll of a 7 for 8 plus 7 for a 15.
Damn.
On cantrip.
Okay. So as it kind of like appears up from the ground, cleaving through the stone, Red slashes through and manages to chop halfway through one of its arms. These like large, grotesque, carapace-covered arms. Doesn't cleave all the way through, but manages to get all the way and then slice down. At the same time, you fire off this bolt, and you manage to strike it square in the chest. And as you're kind of looking, the carapace on its chest seems to be a little bit weaker than anywhere else, and your eye spreads out and it kind of coalesces into that same like flower design that I did earlier on the spiders and the old man.
I would like to use my movement to move 30 feet away from it, please.
Well, that was your held action.
That's right.
That's
That's right. Forget.
Yeah. So it is going to take 2 swings at red.
Oh no.
Yeah. One of them is going to hit.
Oh no.
You watch as this creature comes up from the ground and takes like that hand that was just half chopped through, and it reaches back and strikes Red square in the chest. You all watch as Red kind of like lunges backwards and slides along the floor from the strength of the blow. And you can't see how much damage it did, but Red is kind of like hunched over, using her walking stick to stay upright. That'll bring us to Cirrus.
Well, I'm going to maintain my concentration on Fairy Fire and cast an Eldritch Blast because there's not much else to do. It's still within the Fairy Fire area,
Yeah.
so that'll be with advantage. Oh my god. That's just a 10.
Ten's not going to do it. It is going to strike as you kind of fire it off, and it's kind of like blinking through this fairy fire. It raises the arm that is not injured up, and as the Eldritch Blast impacts the carapace on the arm, it dissipates. And you don't see any outward signs of damage.
That's all right. I'm still maintaining Fairy Fire until it kills me. So
how much? Like, how big of the area is? Like, is it kind of covering?
it is a 20-foot cube.
Okay. So it's
Which
kind of like
it's in front. It's centered in front of Red. So as long as Red maintains its aggro, then it should be within that, I think. But yeah.
Okay.
So use that.
That'll bring us to Tilvius.
All right. I get advantage on my short bow attack.
Yeah, you do. And Red is engaged with it.
I rolled a 19 for a total of 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Did you do advantage?
Yeah. My first roll was a 9 and my second roll was a 19. So I took the 19.
Okay.
I do 7 points of bow damage and 6 points of sneak attack damage.
Nice. That's not bad. So
How much
13?
was it?
7 for regular and 6 for sneak attack. So 13.
Fuck yeah. All right. As you do, you watch as the arrow impacts one of the 4 eyes on its head and juts out from its head and lets out this like piercing, shrieking, like mandibles cracking together noise. Also, just because I googled fairy fire, you're good. It'll work even if it runs away. For the sake of it, I'm going to say it's affected. But the way it works is when you cast it, it's in the 20-foot cube, and whatever you hit is outlined in the spell.
Even if it moves out.
When the spell is cast.
When the spell, it has to be in the spell when you cast it.
When it casts, yes.
And then it stays for the duration, which is 1 minute.
So we'll say you held it for when it appeared.
Okay.
And then
That
cast
is, it's a confusing spell description.
Yeah. But this is better, so.
Yeah, no,
It's
I'll
good.
take it.
Yeah. Yeah, so that'll bring us to Rosati.
What's the layout look like attacker-wise with the creature? Is there anybody close to it? Is Red still standing right next to it?
Yeah, Red is about 2 feet away from it. She was right on top of it, but when it hit her, it kind of pushed her back a foot. You are about 20 feet away from where it ended up. Cirrus is about 10 to 20 feet away, over by the lip of the hole that he's got going on. And Tilvius is 30 feet away from all y'all.
I'm just plugging away.
How big is this creature considered?
Large.
At the discretion of the DM, I would like to attack the back 5-foot portion of the creature away from my companion, making it 7 feet away from them with my eyes.
Yeah. I think you can manage that, especially if you use like the vertical height of this creature as well.
Okay. That's what I would like to do.
I
Attack
don't
the
think
opposite corner from red.
Yeah, I
Correct.
don't think that takes too much brain power to figure out.
All right. It's going to be a 16 to hit. Does that hit?
16?
16.
16 does not hit
Ooh, wait. Okay.
Did you roll with advantage?
because
Oh,
it
I
has
did
fairy
not.
fire.
I did not. Well, that is much better. That is a 19.
Yeah. 19.
Yay! I love.
Thank you, Fairy Fire. You saved me once again.
It's such a good spell, especially
good
in like
spell,
lower
yeah.
levels.
It really
Yeah.
is.
Because like the most difficult thing about this fight is the high AC, and you were just like fairy fire. I don't know what the AC is, but this worked very well.
Yep.
That is 13 total damage.
Okay. Yeah, you fire off another round and it lands right behind it, and you watch as the back portion of like this ribbed carapace that comes off the back of it shatters away and kind of like indents down into the creature. Rather than seeing like bone or muscle or anything, it turns into the same red goop. But it's not dead. It is still upright.
Gross.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that would
I will remain.
that'll bring us to red. Who gets a fucking nat 20? Okay.
Oh,
Yes!
Yes, let's go.
Fuck
Fox
yeah!
lady.
Double damage, bitch!
Let's go, Fox Lady.
Okay.
I mean, max plus roll.
Let's do
Because we've
it.
got heavy crits. I love heavy crits. Those are my favorite.
Do it.
Yeah, they're
I always
just the
do
most
heavy
fun,
crits.
in my opinion.
They are the most fun because if you make a
Until it
crit,
happens to you.
Yeah.
but if you crit and it doesn't do
Well-
shit, it's the worst.
My thinking is like typically in D&D, you're either fighting a lot of small things, in which case the crits aren't going to do like a shit ton of damage because they're probably rolling like a D4 or something, right? Or you're fighting one big thing and there's already 4 to 5 of you. So you got 4 to 5 people rolling nat 20s against it, and if it hits you, you're probably dead, but that's not going to happen that often, right?
5%.
I love heavy crits. It's the
Yeah,
best.
They're a good time. And then you just get perma advantage and take elven accuracy, and you just have a good time. You know, it's great.
I know exactly
And then-
what you're saying.
Or the barb ability that gives you 19 to 20 crit
Okay.
range.
So
Then you add a Vorpal sword.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Tilvius did the most damage to it, right? You shot it in the eye.
I
Yeah.
only did 13 damage.
Oh.
More than me.
Yes.
I haven't hit
I
it.
did similar to that.
Yeah, I think Rosati may have done more.
I didn't write it down.
I'll tell you what. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't.
So it with this arrow sticking out of its eye, one of its eyes, is pointed directly at you, Tilvius, as it barrels towards you. Red is going to get an opportunity attack.
Take it. Sentinel.
Red is going to fucking miss as this thing just
No!
shambles towards you. It is going to make 2 attacks on you.
Okay.
The first one's going to be a 25.
Yeah, that hits.
Wow. Okay.
And
Ouchie poo.
the second one's going to be a 16.
That also hits.
Double ouchie poo.
Well, the first hit's going to be 5 points of damage. 5 points of
Okay.
slashing damage. And the second hit is going to be
34.
9 points of slashing damage.
5 plus 9,
Oof.
14 damage.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
So it initially comes down and kind of like slams its fist onto your shoulders, kind of digging you into the ground. And as you do, it starts snapping these mandibles towards you, taking a chunk out of your shoulder as you just barely manage to pull your head to the side.
I can't.
Leave my beautiful horse friend alone.
That's great because it's your turn.
Good. I mean, you know what I'm gonna do.
Oh, I'm still in double-digit hit points. I'm good.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna.
he's
So I still get advantage because
Yeah.
it's.
He's still
yeah,
got fairy fire. You're still concentrating.
That's a 21. It's not a dirty 20, but or a natural 20.
That'll hit.
For 11 points of damage.
Yeah. Describe how you kill it.
All right.
I shoot it in its butthole and then it explodes.
All over Tilvius.
What
Tilvius,
is happening?
you are
Finally,
now covered
finally.
in red goop.
Who has prestidigitation?
I do.
Get over here now!
What? What? I killed it. I killed it. Woo. Come on, Kevin. I killed it. Woo. Kevin's over there doing a little. We're both dancing. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you dirty? Okay.
Thank you.
You were no longer covered in red goop. So now you're in this room. There's a hole in the floor. There is a big fucking hole in the floor. And there is a puddle of ooze in front of Tilvius.
It is also 9 o'clock.
Yes, we will be ending very shortly. From where you are, you see an exit to the, like where you came in to the south, and another exit towards the east that's kind of a smaller tunnel. But otherwise, this room is pretty unremarkable. Very much appears like this thing was digging in the floor for some reason.
Why would it be digging in the floor?
As I peer over the edge, I'm going to perception check to see if I can see anything unusual about this.
We'd like to join him.
We could throw a scone.
I got a 23.
Oh yeah, I got an 18.
I threw a scone down there, so there's light.
You can't tell too much from this, but you do put something together. This same creature probably dug the smaller pools that were in the room directly behind you. And this appears to just be a larger version of that. You have a feeling it would probably end up filled with water. You don't know what for, but this is a huge fucking pool.
Bigger creature. Thing. Yeah. Did we figure this out? Are we going home now? What are we doing?
We don't know what any of this means yet. We have no
Proof
of anything that's happened.
to the small hole.
How's everyone doing?
I'm pretty beat up.
I could use a rest.
I didn't get hit this last round. I'm fine.
I'm okay, but I could definitely use a spot of tea.
Red is like fucking limping over there.
Yeah.
Along with the fucking stick.
I will bandage Red up and give her some tea.
I don't know. There's been at least 5 other rooms or pathways we haven't gone down.
Yeah, there's been a lot. You all can make perception checks as well. Kind of looking around this room now that there's nothing spooky in it.
Natural 20 for a 20.
Oh, nobody else has to roll. It's fucking fine. As you are taking a look around, and Tilvius is kind of like talking about how this is a large pool, you notice something. There are bright pulsations coming out of that small tunnel to the side, almost like some signal is being sent through this like fleshy floor. It's very like slight and intermittent, so it's hard to notice, but
Is it
just
like nervous synapse like pulses?
If you had to guess, I don't know how your knowledge of anatomy is, but
Yeah, did you?
I'm versed in medicine.
Rusati has a degree in neurochemistry.
Yes.
Yeah, so it very much probably feels like some type of message is being sent out from there.
guys, and Red.
Hmm?
Yeah, look over there, and just hold on. Wait just a minute, and then I wait for one of those like ripples to go, and I point it out.
As you guys are looking at it, you're not sure if this is something special or if it's just the torchlight.
Telling you, it's that right there. There's something down there sending a signal out through all this fleshy network shit. It's almost like you're
Kevin.
and like it's bad.
All right,
Kevin,
Rosati, we believe you. Yeah, let's send Kevin down to scout.
Kevin,
Great
go
idea.
look. I send
Keep
Kevin
going.
down
Do
to
that.
scout and
Love me some Kevin.
perceive through
Kevin
Kevin's.
fucking looks at you like he's been chilling behind you trying
You're
his
fine.
best
You haven't even
not
been
to
hit.
fuck
You're
with the
fine.
shit. He fucking looks at you and there's the
If you
most,
die,
like,
I'll resummon you. You'll be fine.
there's
Kevin.
the most dejected, not want to deal with this shit twinkle you've heard in your life.
Kevin, if you go down there, I will buy you the shiniest thing we see in the next town.
Kevin just fucking stares at you. And then he slowly starts to fly in the opposite direction. As Kevin
Or-
flies,
Or brothel. I don't know what you want, Kevin. Okay.
so you're like connected with Kevin here, like sensory wise?
Yeah. So find
Yeah.
familiar gives you.
You can see through their senses.
And for 100 feet or something like that.
Yeah, within 100 feet, you can communicate with it telepathically. Yeah, so I guess 100 feet, which is actually not that far, but
Yeah.
I will creep along behind Kevin 100
Well,
feet.
you're blind to your own senses when you're using
I will blindly creep along and Sylvia's will be like,
Yeah,
We will
I'll
feed
go
you.
beside him and like take his shoulder and guide him so he doesn't fall down the pit or anything.
this is what it's like to be red.
As Kevin kind of flies along and you're paying attention through Kevin's senses, the first thing you notice is that this tunnel, they've all kind of slanted down. This one has a severe slant. Like you feel like you could slide down the slope here. And the walls and the floor appear to get brighter in red. And the pulsations you can tell are no longer from any torchlight here. As Kevin gets to the bottom, in the middle of this room, connected to walls on all sides, is a massive pile of this red goop. And inside of it, Kevin can see faces. They keep appearing and then disappearing inside of this like mass of red goop. You see all of like the faces from the town. You see people you've never seen before. You see creatures in this, the faces of like spiders and that the mandibuled creature. And that's where we're gonna end.
Nope. No.
Wow.
Good.
That's awful.
Because I'm noping.
That's awful.
All right. That's a good
That was
ending.
awful. That was a great ending.
So we'll go around and we'll say bye and then we'll fuck off for the night. Hi Tony.
Great. Hi, good evening, Andy. Thank you so much for introducing us to our worst fucking nightmare here in the Land of Fun. Hi guys, I'm Tony. I play Rusati Tea Leaf here on Unveiled. Your orc wizard with an ice fetish. And yeah, back to you, Andy.
Hi Chris.
Hi, I am Chris. And I have been Tilvius, the centaur who shoots an arrow again and again.
Hell yeah. Hi not Chris.
Yeah, I'm Josh. I'm still very sleepy. Still working on the first season of the Questing Cast, but we are recording a fun game that I've invented called World Architect, which we will be releasing as sort of an intermediary. It might actually come out before the Questing Cast because it's shorter, but it's just a world building game, and we're really enjoying it. So. I don't have anything else to plug other than get good sleep, people. It's just super
I'm
important.
fine.
True.
So much necessity.
I have been Dakota Oshiro. We'll be back next week for this shit and shenanigans. Thanks for hanging out. I hope everybody has a great week.
Ta-ta, everyone. Ta-ta.
Ta-ta.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another Vibe Tribe production. What's gonna happen next time? Well, you're gonna have to tune in to find out. But until then, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, and as always, make sure that you keep the good times rolling. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.